Is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, 26th Chapter, Text number 1, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 13th, 1974, in Bombay, India.
Personality of Godhead, Kapila continued, My dear mother, now I shall describe unto you the different categories of the Absolute Truth, knowing which any person can be released from the influence of the modes of material nature.
अथाते संप्रोक्ष्यामि सत्यानां लक्षणं पृथक् यद् विदित्या विमुच्येत पुरुष प्राकृतै गुणै. This is the disease. This is called material disease. One is infected by the prakrita gun. The prakrita gun means quality, modes. So, prakrita means this material, prakriti, and spiritual means aprakrita. There are different stages of knowledge. Pratyakha, parokha, aparokha, adukhaja, aprakrita. One has to go step by step. General knowledge means pratyakha, whatever we perceive by the senses. That is called pratyakha. And the knowledge which we receive from authorities, that is parokha. Then aparokha, realization. Then adhokhaja. Adhokhaja means knowledge is beyond your perception. But there is source of knowledge. Adhokhaja. Therefore, God's another name is Adhokhaja. Adha. Adha means subduing. Bringing under subjugation. Adhakrita akhaja. Akhaja means the knowledge directly perceived by the senses. Akha means eyes, and akha means or to cure. So, any knowledge within the alphabet, ABCD, that is called akhaja. And the knowledge which is beyond that, that is called adhokhaja. And beyond the adhokhaja knowledge, there is aprakrita. Aprakrita knowledge. So, the prakrita guna, so long we are in this material world, infected by the material qualities, satagun, rajagun, tamagun. That is prakrita life, not aprakrita. You have to go step by step. So, our Krishna consciousness movement is adhokhaja, far beyond this prakrita knowledge. Prakrita knowledge. The highest position of prakrita or material life is the standard of Brahminical qualification. But that is also prakrita. That is not aprakrita. That is also not the Brahma realization. Brahma janati iti Brahmana. That is also the highest stage of prakrita. Glimpse of the light. But one has to become free from the prakrita environment. Prakrita gunai. Our present position is we are infected by the prakrita guna. Some of them are infected by the Satogun, some of them are infected by the Rajagun, some of them are infected by Tamogun. So long one is infected by the Tamogun and Rajagun, his position is very abominable. Rajastama, one has to become at least on the Satogun, the Brahminical qualification. Then spiritual knowledge can be realized. Prakita Guna. So, Kapila proposes to his mother. Kapila is Bhagavan. We have explained several times. Bhava means opulence and Van means one who possesses. So what is that opulence? Aishajya, richness. Aishajyasya samakrasya. One who is possessor, one who has in his possession all the wealth. We have several times explained this. Nobody can claim except Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nobody can claim that all the wealth within this universe belongs to me. Nobody can say. But Krishna can say. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhoktaram Jaggatavasam Sarvaloko Maheswaram. I am the proprietor of all the lokas, of all the planets. We become proprietor a few thousands of years, and there are so many difficulties. And he is the proprietor of the whole universe. That is also very little estimation, because Krishna says, Atva bahunaitena kingatena tavarjuna vishtabhya aham idam krishnam ekangsena sthitu. Krishna said that by my one plenary portion I am possessing or controlling the innumerable universes. We have no information of one universe. Universe, that is also we cannot estimate. But the innumerable universes are estimated to give us some glimpse of knowledge in the Brahma Samhita. Jasyaika nishasita kalamathavanamba jivanti loma vilaja jagadannanatha Vishnur mahansa yajasya kalavisesho govindamadi purisam tamam. There is one feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead which is called Mahavishnu. That Mahavishnu, that is the origin of this material creation. So Mahavishnu is in the sleeping condition. So in sleeping condition, with the breathing, universes are coming. And when it is inhaled, the whole universe is annihilated, dissolved. So, this is only one portion. There are many evidences. So you cannot claim to become Bhagavan so cheaply. Bhagavan is different thing. One who is devotee of Bhagavan, he knows something about Bhagavan. And the other rascals, they claim Bhagavan, simply ludicrous. Only the rascals can accept another rascal as Bhagavan. It is not so easy. Jasyaika nishasita kalam athavanamba jivanti loma vilaja jagadannanatha Vishnur mahanasa yajasya kalavisesa govindamadi purusam tamam. So that Bhagavan is speaking. Kapila is that Bhagavan. Therefore, he says that Athate sampravakshami. Sam means sammak. Sammak means complete. Unless one has got complete knowledge, how he can say things complete? It is not the so-called scientist. Perhaps it may be, no, not that kind of knowledge. Simply theorizing. It may be like that. No, there is no question of maybe. Exact knowledge. Exact knowledge. That is called Vedic knowledge. Just like in the Padma Purana, we can understand the calculation of the species of life. It is said, Jalaja Namalakkhani, Savara Lakkhaminsati. There are aquatic living entities, 9 lakhs forms. How many you have seen? Neither it is possible for you to go within the water and see how many different forms of fishes and aquatics are there. But in the Shastra it is said, Jalaja Navalakkhani. It doesn't say about Navalakh, about 9 lakhs, or more or less. No, exactly. Jalaja Navalakkhani. Savara Lakkhaminsati. Savara means those plants and trees which cannot move. 2 million, Lakkhaminsati, or 20 lakhs. So that is Vedic knowledge. You get the exact knowledge. Therefore Vedic knowledge is called Apaurusha. It is not spoken by ordinary human being, by speculation. It may be, perhaps. No, it is not that. That is Bhagavan. Whatever he will say, exact. That is Vedic knowledge. Therefore, it is safer to take knowledge from Bhagavan, especially the knowledge of Bhagavan. Bhagavan is not so cheap thing. If you want to know Bhagavan, if you do not be so fool to accept another fool as Bhagavan, then you have to hear about Bhagavan. That is the process. Therefore the Vedic instruction is to get perfect knowledge, you have to approach a person who is Guru. Tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigachet. And who is Guru? Guru means the representative of Bhagavan. Sakshad haritvena samasta shastri ruktas tatha bhavataiva sadhi. Guru, because the real Guru, he is representative of Krishna. Sakshad Hari. Sakshad haritvena samasta shastri. In all scriptures, it is described that Guru is as good as Bhagavan. And means he knows from the right source. Therefore, he may be, not maybe exactly, but as good. Sakshad haritvena. Why? Kintu prabhuja priya eva tasya. Guru is servant God. The master God and the servant God. Krishna is the master God and goodman God. Although he is respected as Krishna, still, Kintu prabhuja priya eva tasya. He does not claim that I have become. No. He is very dear to Krishna. Kintu prabhuja priya. Priya means dear. Why he is so dear? Because he preaches the master's message. Therefore he is dear. If he preaches his own message, manufactured, then he is not good. He is not good. He is deceit. That now there are so many rascals, they say like that Krishna was Bhagavan. That is past now. He is dead and gone. Now I am Krishna. There are many rascals, they say like that. But these rascals are accepted by other rascals. God is never dead. God, how he can get? Even the ordinary living being, he is not dead. Na jayate namriyate. Even we, living entities, never die or never born. How the Supreme Lord can be dead or born? That is not the fact. So therefore, if we discuss Bhagavan, there are so many things to be understood about Bhagavan. Aisajyasya samagrasya bijasya jasasya sriya jnana vairagyayasya sara iti bhagavan. One who possesses the full opulence of richness, one who possesses all the powers, all the influence, all beauty, all knowledge, all renunciation, that is Bhagavan. You haven't got to think very seriously. You take the formula given in the Vedas, that is perfect knowledge, you understand anything. Therefore, the intelligent men, they follow the Vedic injunction. Then the knowledge is perfect. It is already there. So Bhagavan was, and Bhagavan is speaking, Athatte sampravakshami tattanam, of the truth, lakshanam, characteristic. Everyone has to understand anything by the characteristic. Just like in the chemical laboratory, if you send something for chemical analysis just to see whether it is pure, so they have got in that authorized books, pharmacopoeia, the characteristics. The soda bitter, its characteristic is like this, its taste is like this, it is formed like this, granules or powder, so many things. They analyze. And when the characteristics are corroborated, then they accept, yes, it is this. Similarly, you have to accept God from the characteristics by analysis. Not that any rascal comes and says, I am Bhagavan. So you must know how to analyze Bhagavan. That is there in the Shastra. This word Bhagavan is used not loosely. It has got meaning, characteristics. Just like Krishna said, when he was present, he said, Matta parataram nanya. Nobody is superior than me. He proved it. So long Krishna was on the planet, he proved it. That no more superior. Even from ordinary life, as Grihastha, Krishna was Grihastha, householder. Now, he married 16,108 wives. So, who has got this potential? To marry 16,000? It is very difficult to maintain one wife. One lady in America, he had a grown-up son. So I asked her, why don't you get your son married? No, I have no objection. He can maintain a wife. I have no objection. Then I understood that it is very difficult to maintain a wife here. Actually, it is difficult. So, even from material point of view, Krishna, as far as we can calculate, we cannot conceive even at the present moment to maintain more than one wife or two wives. But he was maintaining 16,000 wives, 16,108. But because we have no conception of God, we take it, this is all fictitious. God, when God gives His reality, identification, and it is recorded in the Shastra, not by any lower class writer, but like Vyasdev. and we take it fictitious. Just see our position. Vasudev has bothered his brain to write something fictitious. Just see how low-grade persons we are. You don't believe writing of Vasudev. Or sometimes we say, no, this was not written by Vasudev, it is interpolation. If it is interpolation, then why the acharyas have accepted? They are also fools. Ramanucharya, Madhacharya, Vishnu Swami, they have made commentary on the Srimad Bhagavatam and they have mentioned, they have accepted, yes, Krishna had 16,000 wives. So Vasudev has written and the acharyas have accepted. Then I have become such a great scholar that I say it is fictitious. And we have to believe these rascals. So, don't go to rascals. If you want real knowledge, take it from Bhagavan. Bhagavanubhava. Then your knowledge is perfect. That is our process. We have taken Bhagavad Gita as it is, and we are preaching. We don't preach anything else which Bhagavan does not say. Bhagavan says, Manmana bhavavan bhakta madhyajimang. We are canvassing, my dear sir. You just become a devotee of Krishna. You always think of Krishna. Krishna says, Manmana bhavamad bhakta. We say, you just think of Krishna, the same thing. There is no change. We do not interpret in a way, this Manmana means this and Madhbhakta means that. No, we don't do that. We present as it is. Therefore, if Krishna sees that one is presenting my message as I have given, then he is pleased. Therefore, it is said, Kintu Prabhuja Priya Eva Tasya. He has become very dear because he does not nonsensically change the meaning. That this means that, this meaning that. Why? When Krishna has said that is everything perfect, why shall I change it? And that is Guru. Priya, suppose if you say something and if somebody takes it as it is and behaves like that, then you become pleased. And if you say to your son or to your servant something and he misunderstands and talks something else, then he becomes angry. What this nonsense has understood. Similarly, a guru does not change the word of Krishna. Therefore he is called Bhagavan, servant Bhagavan. Krishna is the master Bhagavan, master God, and the guru who is serving Krishna sincerely, he is the servant God. Therefore Shastra says, Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastrai Ruktas Tatha Bhavvataya Gosami. In the morning also, these boys, they sing Nartam Das Thakur. Arana Koriya Maneas. If you have got a pure, bona fide guru, then whatever he says, you do it. You don't think of anything else. Arana Koriya Maneas. Never. That is all. So, we have to receive knowledge from Bhagavan or from a person who is servant of Bhagavan. Not that another imitation Bhagavan. Then you will spoil your life. That will not help you. Bhagavan says, Athate sampravakshami. Sam means samma, in full. Full knowledge, not partial. Athate sampravakshami. Pra means prakishta rupe. Bhakshami means I shall speak. Tattada. Tattana, tattva is one. Absolute truth, it cannot be two. But there are different phases of understanding the absolute truth. Therefore, here it is plural number. Tattana. Tattva is one. That is explained in another place. Vadanti tat tattvavidas tattyam. Jajjnanam Advayam. Although Tattva is realized in different phases, 3 phases. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Sadhu. Brahma, impersonal, feature. Brahmeti, Paramatma, localized feature. Ishara, Sarvabhutanam, Riddheshe, Arjuna Tishtati. That is Paramatma. Annantarastham, Paramanu, Chayantarastham. Ekapasau rachayatam jagadanna koti jachakti rasti jagadanna chaya jadantam annantarastham paramanu chayantarastham govindamadi purusham tamam. The Govinda is within the atom, Paramatma. So that is another feature, all pervading. And another feature is impersonal, Jyoti. And the original feature is Bhagavan. Therefore Krishna says, Matta Parataram Dhanna. Yes, when you have come to this platform to understand Bhagavan, then your knowledge is perfect. Veda ishta sadvai ahamiva vedam. That is perfect knowledge. If you do not understand what is Bhagavan, then your knowledge is imperfect. You have to learn again for many, many births. Then you come to the point of understanding what is Krishna. Bhaunam janmanavanti jnanavan manga prapaddati. Vasudeva sarvamiti samatma. When you will understand tattva, that Krishna is the original, and the Paramatma is secondary, and the Brahma impersonal is the third status. So, therefore, even if you are Brahma status, you are not still aprakita. You are aparaksha. Aparaksha status, not even adhokhaja. As I told you, there are different stages of knowledge. So the Brahma Gyan is parakha Gyan. Pratyakha parakha. Aparakha. And the spiritual planets, Vaikuntha knowledge, that is adhokhaja. And the knowledge about Krishna and his planet Golok Vrindava, that is aprakita. So we have to transcend from this prakita status of life. It is very, very high grade status of prakita. Aprakita status. Prakita Koriya mane Vishnu kole bor. Aparad nahi ar ihar upo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. That any rascal who thinks that the body of Krishna or Vishnu is prakita, material, this is the greatest offense. The Mayavadi philosophers, they think like that the absolute truth, in person, but when he comes in form, he accepts the material body. This is the greatest offense. Aparad nahi ar iharu. Therefore they cannot understand very well, because they are aparadi. Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Mayavadi hoy Krishna aparadi. The Mayavadis, they are offenders to Krishna. Therefore they cannot understand Krishna. Offenders. Krishna is not exposed to the offenders. Naham prakasa sarvasya yoga maya samapita. So the Mayavadis, they cannot see Krishna. They cannot understand Krishna. They will avoid Krishna. They will speak so many things of spiritual knowledge, but avoid Krishna's figure, Krishna's form. They say it is Maya. It is Maya. But it is not Maya. That is the original form. Avajananti mangamudha manasin tanvas. Because Krishna has got the form exactly, the Vibhuj Muralidha, 2 hands with flute. That is Krishna's original form. Venum kannantam aravinda dalayatapsam varahavatam samasitam vidasundarangam kannatva koti kamaniya visesa sogam govindamadi purusam tamam. So, we have to understand Bhagavan and we have to hear from him, and he is speaking perfectly in the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and if you take it, jad viditva, if you are fortunate enough to understand the words of Krishna and Kapila, then the result will be vimuccheta, immediately you become liberated. If you are fortunate enough, if you are intelligent enough to understand the words of Kapila or Krishna or Rishabdev, there are so many incarnations, then Purusa prakutai vimuccheta. Vimuccheta means become free, uncontaminated. What is that contamination? Prakitai. This material infection, that I am Brahmana, I am Kshatriya, I am Vaishya, I am Shudra, I am American, I am Indian, and this and that. These are all practical. Practical, material qualification. Even if you are perfect Brahmin, that is also material qualification. But in the platform of pure Brahmin, you can have the chance of understanding the aprakita, adhokaya. Therefore, you have to become Brahmana, qualified Brahmana, then there is chance. So in this age, it is very difficult to become exactly Vedic Brahman. That is very, very difficult because everyone has become Shudra. Kalau Shudra Sambhava. In the Kali Yuga, you cannot find out exactly a qualified Brahman. Very rare. Very rare. Therefore, Vedic Brahman is not possible. It is, our movement, Krishna consciousness movement, is creating Pancharatriki Vidhi. Pancharatriki Vidhi Brahman means there is no evidence or there is no certainty whether one is a Brahmana or son of Brahman, because so many things are lacking. But if he has got little taste for Krishna understanding, he should be encouraged. That is Pancharatriki. Just like if there is little fire, you fan it. Fan it. And it will come out a big blazing fire. So this Krishna consciousness movement is trying to do that. And it is easier because in the Shastra it is said by Sukadeva Goswami that there is one opportunity. My dear King, Parikshit, I have described to you about the faulty nature of this Kali Yuga. But there is a very good opportunity for the people, fallen, conditioned soul of this Kali Yuga. What is that? Now, Kalau dosha nidhe rajan, asti jiko mahan guna. In the Kali Yuga, it is like the ocean of fault. So, but still there is one very good opportunity. What is that? You chant Hare Krishna and you become liberated and go back to home, back to God. Thank you.